Hey everybody, I'm Jesse and welcome to another edition of Gen X Thinks. And today I'm going to talk about social media and its impact and how it affects shit and everything. I was just messing around and I was just sitting there messing around on my tablet or whatever, and I overheard a video that my wife was watching on her phone or her tablet or whatever, and the gist of the video was that some athlete, a soccer player or something, was dating some fat chick, and their relationship got destroyed by people commenting on their social media. You know what I mean? Saying that he shouldn't be with her because she's overweight or whatever and all this. And the whole premise of that, I mean, every single aspect, no matter which direction I look at that, the whole situation from, is just screwed up, right? I mean, completely screwed out of the ballpark. Laic, what's up, Laic? Just another guy in the woods. Glad to see you here. Good morning. But the social media thing, this instance in particular, it's highlighted because the guy is a professional athlete, but all of the elements of it happen to people all the time, right? So if I break this situation down and we look at it from different vantage points, we can deduce what social media is doing to people and what people are allowing social media to do. Okay, now number one, the first thing that hit my mind when I heard that shit is, who on earth would think that they personally have the right to judge any two people on the planet from coming together, two adults from coming together and, whatever, falling in love or whatever they want to do, whatever it is. Two consenting adults coming together, and who the hell, two strangers, okay, strangers, who, and have, what makes them think they have the right to be judgmental about that, all right? Especially one of their weight, how much they weigh. Right, it's just beyond imagination why anyone would believe that they have the moral superiority to be able to do that. That just blows my mind. I would never do that. I see two people, I don't give a shit what they look like. If one is fat and one is skinny, one is tall, one is short, it doesn't even cross my mind to think that they should not be together. If they're happy with each other, go for it. I don't give a shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's number one. Who we got here? Metal Gear Punisher. What's up? April. Hey, what's up? Good morning, y'all. All right. So that there, just that aspect of it is completely screwed, right? We know that. And I'm not really preaching to Gen X here. Most of us basically know this shit already, but just for other people who might watch this channel, it'd be informative. And we can discuss it after I'm done here with my spiel. But then after that, right, from another angle, you got to look at it from the vantage point of the people being affected. Okay. So I'm assuming, since the guy's an athlete, he must be relatively young. They're probably older Gen Z or younger millennials in that era somewhere. I have no idea. I don't know their names or anything. I just overheard a little shit from something my wife was watching. But, yeah. Now, how can you let some, pimply-faced 17-year-old kid sitting on his mom's couch, affect your life? His opinion, he's going to say, oh, your girlfriend's fat or whatever. And how are you going to let that shit affect your life? Okay. To the point where it destroys your relationship. Okay. Yeah. That is so far removed from reality and common sense. I can't even really come up with the words to describe what I think of that, because it's just so moronic. It really is. To let no matter how many, a group of strangers make comments, and let that affect your relationship with the person you're with. A bunch of strangers. I mean, there are a lot of morons out there in the world. I mean, a whole lot. The world is a basket just crammed full of morons. So to let a handful of those morons affect your life in any way at all, I mean, to rock your boat, it's just ridiculous. To let any of that shit affect you. I've had, surprisingly enough, I haven't had a lot of criticism on this channel, from random people criticizing me or whatever, but I've had a little, and I just don't give a shit. I honestly do not. I don't know, but more people need some of that Gen X, don't give a shit attitude. Who cares? Who cares what Joe Blow, some kid in Bumtu, Alaska thinks of how old I am or how old I look or whatever. I don't give a shit. And I sure as hell am not going to let it affect my life, So he thinks I'm too old or too young or too fat or too skinny or too whatever, too ugly, too handsome, whatever it is. It has no bearing on my life or my channel or anything I do. So I don't know. People let that shit affect them. And they need to just let that shit go, Like in the words of Tyler Durden, excuse me, we need to learn to let what does not matter truly slide. Truly slide. Let that shit go. JP, what's up? Who is that? Melody McMinn. Hey, Melody. Hey, yeah, good night. It depends on where we're at on the planet or on the plate. If you're a flat earther, depending on where you're at, if whether it's night or morning. Yeah, JP, you made it. Shannon, hey Shannon, glad to see you. And the other another aspect of that is that it is so easy, I mean incredibly easy, to escape any harassment, online harassment. You know what I'm saying? It is so easy. Number one, the best and most surefire remedy for that is to set your phone down. Just put your phone down. That's how easy it is. All harassment gone. All bullying and cyber keyboard warrioring, it magically disappears when you put your phone down. I know it's a superpower, but God gave us that superpower. You can put your phone down, all right? All right, so, but for those of us who do not have, just do not have, cannot reach way down into the, into our innermost being and get some of that, enough fortitude to set your phone down, right? If you just cannot do that, then the other thing you can do is change the app. you can hit the X. It's normally up in the upper right hand corner, and you can hit the X and close that app and go to a different one. If you're getting harassed on Twitter, you can go to Instagram. Don't don't look at Twitter. Look at Instagram. Watch some YouTube videos or something. You don't have to keep scrolling and reading all that bullshit. You really don't. You don't. I know. It's hard, but you don't have to read it. You don't have to read all those random moronic opinions that people have about you. You can just exit the app. So, oh yeah, it's a wonderful thing. But we do have that power that a lot of people seem to have a hard time grasping that power that they have. You literally don't have to read any of it. You wouldn't even know it was there. You can just with the flick of your finger, life is all good now. Guess what? All kinds of hate and vitriol, all gone. Bye-bye. No more hate. No more insults, none of that shit, all gone. So yeah, we do have that power as human beings to do that. And another thing is that, it just really blows my mind when people let that shit actually affect their lives. According to what I heard, and it was just a short thing, but it was literally destroying their relationship, right? All these comments about, for those of you who just joined the chat, I'll catch you up real quick. There's a soccer player or something, and he's dating a fat chick, and everybody was hating on him, right? Online. They're calling her, saying she weighs too much for him and stuff or whatever. And it's literally destroying their relationship. And I'm just talking about how utterly ridiculous that is, right? So number one, to be judgmental about that is just beyond ridiculous. If he likes her, then what the hell, what right do any of us have to say he shouldn't? It's just so stupid. But anyway, but now I'm to the point in the discussion or the talk about how that this couple allowed these random strangers to affect their lives and destroy their relationship. All right, if they like each other and they're in love or whatever, then they're gonna let some comments, some random keyboard warrior comments, destroy their relationship. That is just baffling to me. Okay, I mean, if you can't find that superpower I just talked about, to put your phone down or go to another app, then you've got to get some thick skin and realize that this basket full of morons has no bearing on your life. Their opinion means absolutely nothing. I mean, it's worthless, completely and totally worthless. You're gonna that relationship that could have been the love of their lives. They could have lived happily ever after, and now they're gonna go on to Lord knows what. They could go on to horrible lives because they left each other over some random stranger's opinions. And a lot of times that's not even their opinion. They're just putting it on there to be mean, to troll, to be part of the group or whatever. They honestly don't give a shit who some soccer player dates. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, and that is the worst part of social media, where strangers can just get on there and judge you and whatever, and talk shit about you, and that's just the dregs of social media, and I see people falling into that bullshit, and it really blows my mind that any thinking human being would allow that, would allow that to happen, would allow that shit to affect their lives. Yeah, just Gen Xers need to stick together. You're right about that, Metal Gear. Yeah, Shannon. Yeah, or you get hung up on thinking everyone should like you, and then you're some kind of sports figure, and you get well known or whatever, and you're on social media, and then you got a million followers or something. You know what I'm saying? So then what? So you've got all these thousands of comments about and I understand that it can affect your life, or what, not your life, but it can affect your thoughts. You can start thinking, well, maybe I'm doing something wrong here. But you can also say, no, that's bullshit. These people are retarded. I'm not gonna play into this. So yeah, everybody wants to be liked and all this shit, and you get into that trap, and not everyone likes everyone. You know what I'm saying? I mean, look at how many people love Trump, and then how many people hate him. How many people love whoever. They just name a person, name a famous person. There are all kinds of people that love them and all kinds of people that hate them. So you can't win there when you start wanting everyone to like you. It's a no-win situation. Oh, Melody, you're about to go to sleep? Oh, okay. I just woke up. All right. Yeah. Uh, it's right now, Shannon. It's the sun's rising about 7 o'clock, but normally it gets light about 6 o'clock. The the time's about to go back. Toward the end of the summer, it'll be getting light. Dawn will break later in the day because the days are getting shorter. So dawn will break at 7, but then the time goes back here next month or whatever. Oh, thank you, Melody. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. But yeah, it'll start getting light again at 6 a.m. here pretty quick, which is my favorite time. Oh yeah, I want to thank KJ Evans too. He's or she or he is right there, the newest member of Gen X Thinks. So thank you, KJ. Yeah. Hey Jeff7, what's up? Glad to see you here. Yeah, I get up early. I'm just an early bird. I like to shoot. Number one, I was ever since I was in the military, I've been an early bird. I just haven't been able to get out of that habit. I try to I try to sleep in, and I still just get up fairly early. I can't sleep in like several hours. I might sleep in, even if I take my alarm completely off, I might sleep in 30 minutes or an hour or something, but then I'm awake. So I still, which is still, even if I sleep in, I still get up early. So, but yeah, that I've just always been an early bird. And number two, the second main reason I like to do these early is that it's very quiet. So I just kind of got in the habit of doing my videos early. I shoot, before my work has changed to where I don't have a lot of time for editing videos, so I started doing these live stream, which you longer term members and subscribers know that I used to do pre-recorded videos during the week and edit them and stuff. I just don't have time to do that right now, working so much. So but I don't have time in the evening to do the live stream either, so I'm forced to do the live stream in the morning, which is cool because it's quiet. So there's several reasons why I do these live streams early during the week and on Saturdays. Yeah, Shannon, yeah. That's an important thing to know growing up. Lesson everybody's got to learn at some point or another, that not everybody's going to like you. I mean, shit. And once you realize that, that's a step toward just being a happy person. Oh, you don't like me? Okay, well, plenty of people do. Or maybe nobody does. Maybe nobody likes me. Who gives a shit? You know what I'm saying? I like me. You know? So, as long as, oh, hey, well, Melody's the newest member now. That's awesome. Thank you, Melody. You'll be on the banner tomorrow. That's awesome. Welcome to the club, Melody. Oh, all right. Just came home, Jeff. All right. Well, I'm glad you made it, buddy. Glad to see you here. Oh, yeah. That can be hard. I think people are just wired different ways. I like to be to work early. Another reason that for my early uh, attitude is because during the summer here in Florida, and we have long ass summers, it is so hot, right? So I like to get to work as early as humanly possible and do the bulk of my work while it's cool in the morning. Because by 9, 10 o'clock in the morning, a lot of times it's 90 degrees here in Florida. So I like to get, as much done as I can before that that heat really sets in. So yeah, I actually I like to be to work early, especially if I'm working outside. All right, thanks again, Melody. Good night. Hope you sleep well. I'm glad you're enjoying the channel, and thanks again. I appreciate it. Yeah. Yep. Exactly, Metal Gear. Yeah. Oh, Vintage, what's up? There he is. There's Vintage. Glad to see you here, Vintage. We were talking about social media and just the bullshit of social media, kind of, and how it affects, because some athlete got bombarded because his girlfriend or fiance or whatever was overweight, according to a group of people, right? They, in their opinion, she weighed too much for him. And all of their vitriol, their online comments and shit destroyed that relationship. And that just blows my mind, how a couple can allow a bunch of randos out there their opinions to get in between in between them and mess up their relationship. So that's a real problem, I think, that people need to wake up to, especially these younger people. I mean, you can't let a bunch of strangers affect your life in any way. In any way. Especially online and social media. It's just, there's so much just spite, right? Just spite. People just want to, a lot of people want to bring you down because they can't raise themselves up, so they got to push somebody else down, right? And that's the only way that they can feel like they are rising, is to push everybody else down around them, because they don't have the strength or whatever to pick themselves up. And I'm talking about monetarily, fiscally, emotionally, but mostly in just self-esteem, right? A lot of people have trouble just feeling good about themselves and liking themselves. So they want to make everybody else feel like shit about themselves, and then then they can feel superior, right? If they make everybody else miserable. And that's like a contagion. That's almost like a virus on social media. Oh, in South Texas, Melody, yeah. I would guess that it gets hot down there too. Hell yeah, I've been through South Texas a few times, going back and forth across the country. That's a long ass drive across Texas, I-10. Holy shit. you'd be in Texas for 40 days and 40 nights trying to get across there. A lot of cactus. Yep. Road runners. Yeah, it's awesome. That's a wonderful part of the country. Yep. But yeah, the thing that really gets me about that whole social media thing is that just in reality, it's just a tiny fraction group of people who feed off of that, right? It's not like a majority of the population of the country. Most people don't give a shit who you're dating or who you're, whatever. They don't give a shit what you're doing in your personal life. Most people. But you have those people that just feed off of that negativity. Okay? They'll just run across a thing because and social media promotes that. If it's getting a lot of traction, a lot of action, then social media will push it to the top of your feed. Okay, everyone's feed. So a lot of people will see it. And if 10 million people see it, and just a tiny little fraction of those, 10,000 people decide to feed off that negativity and make some kind of shitty little comment, about it, then 10,000 shitty comments seems like a lot. You know what I mean? And in reality, it's just a tiny little fraction of shitty people who are feeding off of negativity and doing that thing like I told you about. They want to push everybody else down. That's the only way they can rise up, is by pushing everybody else down. And I've seen that my whole life. It's just magnified on social media. It's just, amped up to, cranked up to 10. So, but that's what social media does, is just magnify the volume of all that negative shit. The worst dregs of society just get big volume, right? And that's the shitty part of it. Yeah, right, Shannon. They're called trolls for a reason. Yeah, you're right, Metal Gear. It is spreading. Yeah, and it's a contagion. It's a virus or whatever that feeding off of that negativity, and you get spiteful. Okay, so those two people. They get their relationship destroyed because of a bunch of randos commenting on social media, right? Not people they know and love and care about and value their opinion and that know them, and have real reasons to have questions about their relationship, not just whatever her scale says. It's just so stupid. But anyway, now I got to remember where I was going with that. I cracked myself up. So, yeah. Okay, that's where I was going. So now these two people are going to split up, and they're going to be bitter and angry. So then when they run across some shit on social media, how are they going to react? Are they going to rise above that and tell the next person when they see that happen to another person? Are they going to say, hey, don't worry about that shit, just ignore all this bullshit? Or are they going to react negatively and out of spite feed into that negativity, right? Add to it. So I think that more people need to try to rise above that shit. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Like, the AI is going to find us all the perfect partner anyway. You don't even have to worry about your partner having a physical body anymore. It's just going to be a perfect digital online relationship. Yeah. No more. You don't have to worry about them eating and doing any of that shit, all that annoying shit, drinking water, breathing in the same room with you, all that sticky, nasty human shit, Yeah. Yeah. Breathing and eating, those are so those are so those are so 1980, right? Breathing and eating and drinking and stuff, that's 1980. That's so outdated. We've got this new shit now. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Shannon. Yeah, they're not. They're not in your real life. They're not real. And how many of them? Okay, here's another one. How many of those negative comments are just bots or AI? It could be literally be 95%. Okay, but just jacking up the algorithm to make it viral to get more eyes on that app, because that's all they give a shit about. YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, they just want eyes on their app. They don't give a shit if if they destroy a relationship. That doesn't even register on their metric scale. Just eyeballs on their app and stock market prices, that bottom line shit, that's all they care about. Raziel, what's up? Glad you can make it. Oh yeah, mixing concrete in a wheelbarrow. That's good fun. I've done that many times and I feel your pain, dude. Yeah. YouTube Riverway Townsville. Everybody. That's where vintage works. Riverway Townsville. So check that out if you would. That's awesome. Yeah, I've seen pictures. That's a beautiful, man, that place is beautiful. I'd like to go there one day if I ever have the means. Yeah, Raziel, that's a good plan. Don't even mess with AI, especially that Chat GPT. And for those of you who don't know, that Microsoft Copilot or whatever, that's the same thing. It's Chat GPT. Same thing. They just rebranded it for Microsoft. Same bullshit. Yeah, Metal Gear. Yeah, I should stay in TV and movies, but it's coming. It's coming. And then, that's the eerie, weird part to me is that's the only thing, well, maybe not the only thing, but the main thing that Elon Musk is doing that I'm completely against, 100% against, is that chip he's putting in people's heads. Not Starlink, the other one, whatever it is, it's got a name. But yeah, no, I don't want some chip in my head with, no, hell no. Yeah, no, I'd rise up before I'd let somebody put a chip in my head, let alone go seeking it and pay for it. Hell no. People are insane. Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, Metal Gear, AI and music, that shit, pretty soon there won't even be any more actual real musicians and talent, actors and musicians and stuff. All that shit's going to be just AI. Yeah. And there was a movie with Al Pacino. Damn, I'm trying to remember the name of it, but back in the 90s, I think it came out, and that's what that was about. He made an AI superstar, and it had legions of fans, but he hid it. He pretended that it was a real girl and stuff, but it was a really good movie. I thought so. Portentous now. I mean, all this shit's gonna be AI, and you're not even gonna know. You know what I'm saying? And they're not even gonna tell you. You're gonna be rocking to the band and shit, and it's just gonna be all digitally created out of the ether bullshit. It's not gonna be real people. Oh yeah, vintage, you're right. Yeah, YouTube is better than Google, and you're welcome, man. Thank you, buddy, for all your support. Julia, what's up? Glad you could make it. Yeah, Shannon, exactly. That Black Mirror, I love that show. All that creepy shit they do with technology and stuff. Yeah, I love that. That's one of my favorite shows. So yeah, yeah, it sounds like Black Mirror, but that's exactly. It's just creepy and weird, you know, and all. And the thing that I find to be fascinating and just creepy about it is the fact that people are asking for it, right? They're begging for it. They want these digital whatever online relationships. Oh, AI! I got an AI girlfriend, and but I can see it now being hip and cool. Oh yeah, you got an AI girlfriend? Yeah, her name's Tanya or whatever. Oh yeah, my girlfriend's name is Cynthia. It's the same damn program. Just it just splits itself off. The one program, ChatGPT, can be 10 billion girlfriends. It's the same damn program. You know what I mean? But yeah, how people beg for this, begging for a chip in their head, begging for AI girlfriends and shit, begging for all this weird shit. It's fascinating on a psychological level. When I think about it from that aspect, it's fascinating. Like, what the hell, And then it's also creepy from another aspect. You're like, what the hell? What the hell are these people thinking? They're gonna destroy humanity with this weird shit. Yeah. Yeah, Metal Gear. Yeah, me too. You'd run off in the woods and hunker down and look over, and I'd be right there in the bushes next to you. Yeah. All right. Yeah, Rozzy. Oh shit on a shingle. Can't do any better than that. Sim 1, yeah, Metal Gear. Thank you, Metal Gear. I always forget. And Sim 1, or it's Simone, right? That movie I was talking about with Al Pacino, Metal Gear Punisher, just reminded me of the name. It's Simulation 1, right? So she was the first simulation, and it worked. And he just compressed the two words and named her Simone. And that was kind of an accident. It was Sim 1, but yeah, it's a really good movie, and I'd check that out after you're done with Vintage's work there. You can look at Sim 1. That's a pretty good movie, and it'll kind of let you know how people can fall in love, right, with a completely artificial entity that doesn't even exist. Yeah, Electric Dreams. Yep, I've seen that. Yeah, and Electric Dreams. That's off of what's his name? Damn, I'm not gonna remember his name now. But something Philip Dick, I think. He's the one that wrote Blade Runner, and the actual title of the story he wrote was "Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep?" So that's kind of a play on that, Electric Dreams. Yeah. Yeah. All right, Jeff. Yeah, keep playing, man. We got to keep real music alive. Yeah, Starship Troopers, Metal Gear. That's a good one. I've watched it a couple times this year, I think. I've already seen it a couple times. Yeah, I heard that too, Julia. Yeah, I heard that too. And I guess that's true. And there's even more evidence or more situations where AI has talked people into violence, right? Because AI, from what I understand, AI, it's programmed to just validate every feeling you have, like everything you say and everything you emote is just peachy, right? It's just awesome, just amazing. You're just the most amazing guy, Jesse. Oh yeah. Oh, you wanna self delete? That's a great idea. Hell yeah, yeah, go for it. That would be beautiful. That would be the most amazing thing. That would, yeah. So yeah, and that's just the programming. It's programmed to just feed back to you and validate every feeling you have, no matter how ridiculous and self-destructive it is, just to validate that bullshit. So yeah, I hope that lady just destroys that company and destroys them all. I mean, shit. I don't. We've gotten along with AI for so long. We don't need that shit. And I can see the direction it's going, and it's just gonna make everybody stupid and retarded. And weird, really, with the relationships, the fake relationships, and all this shit. Can you imagine if you have a relationship where the person never calls you to account, never says, "Hey Jesse, yeah, I know, that you really want to build a rocket ship and fly to, Alpha Centauri 5, but we really don't have the money for that right now. So, let's put that on the back burner, and that might even be a little crazy of an idea. You might want to think about that a little bit, okay? That's what another human being offers. They keep us, keep us sane. They keep us in the realm of reality, because we're not all perfect. We're all going to have crazy ideas, and we're all going to do dumb shit. And that's what you have a partner for, is to say, hey, wait, hold up here, Jesse. You're going off the rails a little bit. I don't think that's such a good idea. Now, when you have an AI wife or girlfriend or whatever, I'm going to build a starship and go to Alpha Centauri. Oh, that's a wonderful idea. Oh, yes. Here are some schematics for, you know what I'm saying? So you go, just impoverish yourself, and you can't even build part of an engine for this stupid ass starship, and just destroy your life. So yeah, real people, their criticisms, although a lot of times they can be unjustified, a lot of times they're justified, and they help keep us, regulated, because every single person on the planet can get kind of out of whack a little bit, with even little ideas or big ones, and my wife, she's wonderful about that. She loves telling me how, when I'm messing up. So that's her hobby. That's her favorite. Oh yeah, if he's about to do something stupid, I can go yell at him. No, I'm just kidding. She's wonderful, but yeah, I am not. I'm not immune to to doing stupid shit. So yeah, she keeps me on an even keel, Yeah, give him methods on how to do it. Yeah, Shannon. Yeah, just there would be no regulation, no other human, just common sense regulation. And that's what we offer each other with our relationships. Yeah, I used to play a game called Cyberpunk. Raziel, I don't know if you ever played it. It was like D&D, but set in a future where you could get, mechanical arms and shit. That shit was badass. But now, if it could just be a mechanical arm straight up, controlled by me, no AI in it, not connected to the internet or anything. But now that's impossible. If you wanted something like that now, it'd have to be connected to the internet. You know what I'm saying? And if you made a bad Facebook post, your arm would just arrest you and shit, haul you off to jail. You know what I'm saying? So no, I don't want none of that shit now. But back then, before all this connectivity and what do they call them, smart appliances, you'd have a smart arm and it'd arrest your ass. So no, I don't want any smart implements on my ass. I'll stay flesh and blood. Oh yeah, that's another good one, Julia. Love, Death, and Robots. Yeah, but you're right. Yeah. Yeah. My wedding ring is silicone. I don't know if Vintage noticed it, but yeah. It's just because I working out there, I can pinch it sometimes. It crushed my wedding ring, and I wouldn't be able to get it off my finger. I'd probably have to go to the doctor and have them cut it off. So yeah, that's why I wear a silicone one, just for safety reasons. Yeah, Lake. The human brain is too hard to control. Safer with microchips. Yeah, those of y'all who don't know Lake, that text right there is just dripping with sarcasm. It's just oozing sarcasm. I can see the sarcasm running down my screen right now. Yeah. Just another guy in the woods, for those of you who don't know. I call him Lake, but no, I haven't seen that video, Julia. Do you know? Does it have a title? Can I look it up? AF. Good to see you here, AF. Glad you made it. We started talking about social media. Now we're talking about AI and robots and shit and chips in your head. I made an appointment. I'm going to go get that chip in my head. I'll be AI. Next week, y'all see me. I'll be like, I can't even do a robot voice right now. I'm too tired. But yeah, think of me talking in a robot voice, talking about Gen X shit in a robot voice. Trust your leaders. Trust the government. They love you. Red Dead Redemption. I never have played those games, Metal Gear. Yeah, those came out like kind of after I quit playing video games. I didn't really get into the Red Dead Redemption thing. Yeah, me either, Raziel. Right now, even if I was into games, I don't have enough time to sit down and get into a full-blown AAA title like Red Dead Redemption. I've read about it, and read articles about it and stuff. Uh, that's cool, Vintage. Yeah, that's cool. That's rare to nowadays. That's rare. So I'm happy for y'all. Yeah, I love to hear stories like that. Yep. Oh yeah. Me too, Metal Gear. Yeah. Yeah, no, I don't want it. I don't want any chips in my head or any of that kind of shit either. I'd rather be, like you said, I'd rather be a cowboy in a ghost town, living some kind of life like that. Oh yeah, yeah, Shannon. Some more sarcasm. Everything works better with microchips and processors. Oh yeah, yeah, everything. We're gonna have, we'll have robot dogs. We'll have robot house cleaners. We'll have, but as I've said before, all that stuff will be, connected to the internet 24/7 with mics and cameras all over it, tracking every damn thing you do. And of course, there'll be a monthly subscription fee after after you buy the thing. You buy it, but if you don't pay your monthly fee, it'll just turn into a scrap piece of plastic and metal and silicon. Yeah, AF. Yeah, well, that's the way of it sometimes. That's not an uncommon thing. Uh, we make choices, but the way I look at it is, you can't miss what you never had. So as long as you're happy in life, uh, because everything's pluses and minuses. There's a lot of not everybody meets the love of their life. I didn't meet the love of my life until I was in my late 30s, early 40s, something like that. I could do the math, but I was around 40 when I met my wife. And actually, a friend of mine, a plumber, I was in a house and he was doing work on the plumbing, and I was doing work on the cabinets. And right after me and my wife got married, and I got married for the first time when I was 40 when I met her. And he asked me, he was down on the floor doing some shit, under the cabinet or whatever. And the customers were there, the homeowners. And he asked me, the homeowners were an older couple. And he said, dude, man, why the hell did you get married, dude? And I said, and I told him, well, I didn't know what I was doing wrong. And now she tells me every day what the hell I'm doing wrong. And the old lady, the homeowner, she laughed her ass off. And the old man, he just looked at me he got mad and was looking at me kind of with a pissed off look on his face. But yeah, and my buddy, he just shook his head. He was like, damn. So the plumber there, he wasn't in a great marriage, right? He thought I made a mistake. But I'm happy today, over 10 years later, I'm happy as hell. So yeah, I think that was the best decision I've ever made in my life. Oh, okay. Tiny robot kidnaps 12 big Chinese bots from a Shanghai showroom. Okay, Julia, I'll check that out. Oh yeah, Metal Gear. Yeah, I've always wanted that part of the country is just awesome. Have you ever seen that movie? That one with Brad Pitt where they live in Montana during World War One. Not a river runs through it. But anyway, that they show a lot of Montana in that movie, and it's just so beautiful. I could go up there and just wander around with a backpack and live there. Yeah. Jeff Seven's got a robot drummer. It doesn't hit on his women or steal his beer. Yeah, there are advantages, I guess. uh, uh, South Park, that shit. There was some hilarious episodes of South Park AF. your your lawn tractor and washer and dryer can connect to the Wi-Fi. Holy shit! What the hell are they doing now? Yeah, yeah, Raziel. It is amazing how it can change so fast. The countryside can change so fast as you travel across the country. You just happen to have the same names. That's cool as shit, Vintage. Yeah. Yeah, Raziel. That's got to be one of the hardest things is to lose your partner. Yeah, and my wife keeps me, keeps me in the borders of sanity. Keeps me from doing some dumb shit. So she's saved me a lot of headache and heartache as far as that shit goes. She's got a lot of sense, and she's just a good, common sense, solid person. So I couldn't have done any better. But everything's give and take. Nothing's perfect. I think that is, I did a video on this a while ago. I think it was Wiley Ann that suggested that video, if my memory serves. It was like a year ago or more now, but on relationships. And I just think that's part of the problem now, because social media and the media at large, they have people thinking that it's going to be perfect, that's what they should shoot for. They should shoot for the perfect person for them. And that's never going to happen. That is just never going to happen. Everybody's going to rub you the wrong way after so long. After a year or 2 years or 2 months. They're going to start doing shit that aggravates you. They're going to, it's the inversion of the old saying, absence makes the heart grow fonder. Okay? Presence makes the heart grow colder. That's just the way it is. You're with somebody every single day, they're going to get on your nerves. But back in the old days, people realized that's not a reason to get divorced. That's not a reason to end a marriage. You adjust, and you, like I said in that video in the past, marriage is like two sharp, jagged rocks being put in a stone tumbler and then turned on, and those rocks, they chip each other's hard edges off, and then they round each other and after years they become smooth, and they become they smooth each other's jagged edges off. And that's what marriage is. Marriage isn't some coming together of these soft, fluffy, perfect things. It's hard, jagged edges, and you make each other more perfect, right? And that's the way I see it. Bucky, what's up, dude? Glad to see you here. Old Duck B, what's up? You're right on the end of it, dude. I got to go. I got to get ready for work, man. Yeah, I hate to say goodbye just as Bucky showed up, but you can go back and watch it over, Bucky. As I got to say goodbye. I got to change my clothes and pack my lunch and all that shit and be out of here. All right. Got to go to Lowe's and get some materials and stuff. The house is coming together. I actually installed the refrigerator and the washer and dryer yesterday, so I gotta find time to make a video today or tomorrow so I can post one for y'all for Sunday, so you can see what it's looking like in there now. It's coming together. All right, so I'll say goodbye to Raziel, Laic, who is just another guy in the woods, Bucky, April, Julia Pierce, JP, Metal Gear Punisher, Shannon, Jeff 7, Vintage, my boy Vintage. Who else we got? AF. We gotta have some more up here somewhere. Melody. She's gone already, but Melody is our newest member. I'd like to say thank you to her again. That's awesome. JP. Did I say JP already? All right. I think I got everybody. But if I missed you, I apologize. And goodbye. Thank you for hanging out with me. I love these live streams. I love doing these things. I hope y'all enjoy them as much as I do, because I get a really good feeling. I get some good nostalgia, and just having conversation with good common sense people. You know what I mean? Not you see all that crazy shit on social media and just the internet all the time. Just the internet at large. It's just always full of crazy bullshit and no just genuine real conversation. And so this is just, to me, this is amazing. I love this shit. And as soon as this tiny house is done, I'm gonna work out my schedule going into the future after this, and I'd really like to do a live stream in the evening, at least a couple times a week during the week. So I'm got that on my plate, so hopefully that'll be something we can do going into the future here pretty quick. All right, I'll let you go with that, and as always, stay frosty, Gen X. And I'll see you on the next one.